What is up, YouTube? It is showtime and I am back with yet again another video. Now in this video we're going to be bringing back arguably the best lockdown build from NBA 2K25 back in NBA 2K26. I want to give a huge shout out to my guy OMG. He brought this back. It really does go over a lot of people's heads to go back to a former 2K where a build worked and just bring it back. You have to realize that 2K generally is copy and paste. They may make minor additions or remove a few things, but it's generally the same game. And this is one of the builds that literally remained intact and is still going to be extremely broken. In my opinion, will probably end up being the meta sooner or later. Footers have already returned. I'm going to be dropping a video of gameplay on me on my footer and how they're more broken than they were in 2K25. And if that's the case, then these kind of builds will literally flood out through the game, just like it did in NBA 2K25. So before we get started, I just want to ask that you guys please do leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's get straight into it. So for the position, just like 2K25, you guys actually want to go power forward and make it 6'7". Now you want to use this build alongside a popper. So two poppers could be playing the PNR, or I think as the year goes on, we might see 6'4" guards with defensive abilities return, and then they could play the PNR together, just like how they did in 2K25. But you want to go 6'7", and then in the way you guys want to go 242, and then you guys want to go ahead and max your wingspan. So this is going to be the custom template. It's really going to feel like a big man, but it's literally a lockdown popper hybrid build. It's the same thing. It's called the J Bullen from 2K25. It was literally regarded as the best lockdown build. It was literally banned from wages and competitive play, and it'll probably be done again this year, just for how broken it is and how most people don't want this to be able to play in tournaments and all other kind of competitive areas of the game. So for the first stat that you guys want to take care of is a 72 standing dunk. This is going to allow you guys to get the rise up badge. For those of you guys who are actual lockdowns, you guys know you guys are pretty much offensively always sitting corner, and being able to call the back door and get a quick dunk is going to be very useful. You're 6'7", 242 with rise up on bronze. So you guys know what that comes with. It's going to be extremely easy for you guys to just manipulate the back door. Keep in mind, it's most of the time they have a guard sitting corner on you. This game is dominated by 6'2", play shots, so getting the back door on them is just going to be so easy. It's really a free a free basket, and a way for your team to score when they can't. So we're going to move on with other parts of the build. You guys want to make sure you max out your 3-ball. It's never debatable. You always have to max it out. All you guys are doing is sitting corner and shooting threes on offense, and to be able to do that at the highest level and as best you can is very, very important. So make sure you guys do that. With the pass accuracy, you guys actually want to go 70. I'm personally not a pass accuracy guy. I don't believe in the hype unless you're the big man. I feel like, yeah, it's really only the big man. In this case, you kind of are playing the big man. Well, not that you are playing the big man, but you're playing alongside the big man. And this build is going to be able to get rebounds. So if you do get rebounds, and so say you're playing the PNR, you get the defensive rebound and you want to throw a break starter, having a little bit of pass accuracy is actually going to be useful. If you're a guard, there's no reason to have pass accuracy. I don't know why people keep falling for the same trap every year. If you're a center, it's most important that you guys have the pass accuracy, so that just like this build, if you get a rebound, you can kick out, or if you get an old board, more importantly, you can kick it out. But 70 is going to be more than enough for this kind of build. And keep in mind, I think that 6'4" guards with defensive abilities and also be able to bring up the ball in 3 hunt will return, and the 6'4" and also this build will be playing the PNR. I just think the meta from last year is just literally going to return, and that's just the way I think the direction the game is going to be headed. Now with the perimeter defense, you guys want to make sure you guys go 92. This is so that you guys can play on-ball defense. Keep in mind, you guys are going to play lockdown on this build. I know it looks nothing like a traditional lock. It's not a point guard. It's not a shooting guard. It's not 6'6". It's not super light. And that's what makes it so broken. There's a reason why this build has been banned from competitive plays for the last few years. You guys can probably use your cat breakers to put the defense way up. Also keep in mind, defense is not that great this year. I think there needs to be a buff on ball steals. I think dunking is crazy. So honestly, being 6'7", 242 and having this kind of build, in my personal opinion, is going to work in your favor, because it's going to be so talented offensively and big enough to be able to guard rim runners. Some people are making 6'8" guards. You're going to be able to keep up with all of these kind of builds using this build. Now with the steal, you guys want to go 91. This is more than enough so that you guys get your glove and your interceptor on gold, and then your block, bring that up to 74. Honestly, like I said, I don't even see the point. I have a build with like an 84 block and paper patrol, and I still get dunked on. So it's like, dunks are just wild. Defense is not that great. So investing A whole lot is not necessary. And keep in mind, this build is just good. It's good like this. There's a bunch of cap breakers you guys are gonna be able to get throughout the year. There's like 28 and counting so far, so keep that in mind. And now this is where the most broken part of the build is. This is literally why it's banned. This is why people hate running this, is that if you use this build, you guys can go ahead and give yourself a 92 defensive and then also an 80 offensive rebound. This is literally gonna allow you guys to dominate the board. This is why people hate playing this lineup, because every shot that goes up, your team will get the rebound. There's free second chance points almost every single possession. You have box out beast and gold rebound chaser. So if you're playing the PNR with the popper, you and the popper going at the boards, nobody gets a board. If it's you and the 6'4", the 7 foot is swinging out the corner with this guy boxing out, free board. That's the whole point, and that's what makes this build as broken as it is, and why I think it will return to NBA 2K26 and be just as broken as it was last year. Now, last but not least, for the physicals, you guys want to make sure you guys go 85 strength. You guys want to go 82 agility. Go ahead and go 88 for your speed, and then for the vertical, you guys can go ahead and make that 83. And this is pretty much the build. There's a few extra ticks here. You guys can feel free to use it wherever you guys want. It won't make that much of a difference no matter where you put it. So say you just want to put on your standing, and this is the build. So like I said, I think this build will return and be the meta once again. You guys are gonna have insane rebounding abilities, the same defensive abilities as lockdowns out there. You guys are able to shoot, you guys are able to call the back door, you guys have all the physicals you need to move fast off the ball and play defense, and also flare. It doesn't get much better than this. I think it's just going to return and be just as good as it was last year. For anyone who played 2K25, you guys already know that this was the best lockdown, and that I don't see how it doesn't work. Game speed is even faster, footers are faster than they were last year, locks are, everyone's just faster. So the game speed going up and the gameplay remaining generally the same, besides, like, I would say, you know, the shooting being obviously majorly better and probably less on ball, still a little worse defense. This is as good as it gets. Like, I honestly believe this is as good as it gets. So this is the build. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It is a two-way pick and pop cleaner. Back and better than ever, the J Bullen from NBA 2K25. If you like the build, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have way more coming through. I'm probably going to drop a traditional 6'6" lock build for you guys. I've got a few more big man builds to come. I got gameplay, more importantly, coming. All kind of stuff. So I hope you guys do enjoy these kinds of videos once again. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.